Alright guys, today I'll teach you how to use the Google Tag Manager with um, the WordPress website. So I'll show you how to install Google Tag Manager on your website without using any code, and then how to link your Google Analytics with your Google Tag Manager, and how to set up your Google Search Console. And yeah, I think that's about it. Okay, so let's get to it. Alright, so this is the part I'm doing. Let me just update here that I'm now busy with this. Okay, so we log on to the website in question. Okay, so what you will need, um, if you're an agency, you need to have the login details for the Gmail account for the client. If this is your website, then you just have to have your set up a Gmail account to do this. You need a Gmail account. All right, so you go to plugins. You need type in SiteKit, should open. Install. Let's set it up. Alright, so in order for this to work well, before you continue here, what we will do is we will go and sign up for Google Analytics separately, and then we'll come back here and connect it. But I'll show you how we're going to connect it. Alright, so let's go sign up for a Google Analytics account for the clients. Okay, this is ours. This is the person we need. Okay, so you start measuring, and then you just put in these details. Most of the time, the business name is the website name. So in this case, Picture Unlock, that's the name of the account. Property, again, Picture Unlock. Make sure you set the right country, the right time zone, and the currency. It's pretty straightforward. Category. photography. Entertainment and art. Just want to make sure I get the right category here. Okay. Entertainment and art. Entertainment and art. Okay. Choose your objective. I always go for lead, but also sales, traffic, engagement. They're all very relevant. And then create. Go through all of this when you have time. For now, we don't have time. So at this point, we are measuring the website. So we'll click on website, then we'll click the website name here. Let me just take it here. Once again, website name is the business name. All right. So we will not use this method to set up the tag. This is what I will show you, the easier way and more efficient way of setting up the tag, not this method. So no, thank you. All right. So here, these are all the things we will need later. For now, what I'd like to do at this stage is to go to home. Okay. Obviously nothing is connecting at this point. Right here, what I would like to do is Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm looking for the setting here at admin level. I want to come in here and give myself as an agency access so that whenever I need to look at these analytics, I already have access as an agency. So I add the user, administrative control, then I add myself here. There we go. Okay, we are done with this for now. So let's go back to WordPress. Okay, go to dashboard, sign in. So here in this stage, you can verify ownership of your Google Search Console without having to take the code out and put and paste it in the HTML and the header text. You can just verify everything here. That is why I prefer using the Google Site Kit over the other ways that is being taught here in the internet. Okay, so if you come here in settings, you can see your Google Search Console is already connected, of course, and your page speed inside. What we want to do now is that we do not want to connect the Google Analytics here. We do not want to connect it here. We want to connect the Google Tag Manager here. So in order to connect the Google Tag Manager here, we must first go and create the Google Tag Manager account for this client. Okay, so let's go and create it. Because if you click here, it's going to prompt you to connect it to this Google Tag Manager. We haven't created it yet. So let's go and create a Google Tag Manager account first. Okay, so I want to create a Google Tag Manager. Okay, there we go. Fresh new Google Tag Manager. So we say create company. Once again, the company is the client name, Unlock. Business name, city. We are in South Africa. All right, then we add the website. We are measuring the website. If you're measuring apps or anything of the sort, this is where you put the appropriate measurements. Let's create. We do agree. There we go. It's done. Once again, we will not be using these tags or anything of the sort. I will show you the best way to connect this. Now that we're here, what I like to do here as well is to just add myself as the admin so that I do not forget and I have access to this account on my panel. So the invite is pending. I'll have to accept it. Let me just accept it now so I don't forget. Okay, brilliant. That's done. Let's come back here. Status should change. Okay, that's done. Okay, now that we've created this account, now we can go back to here and set this up. Connect services. We had already tried to connect this, so we'll just have to retry again. Set up the module. So as you can see, it picks up the account because we first set up the account separately with that email. So now it's going to pick up that account. If you look at the account, it's KBGZ9. KBGZ9 is the correct account. So set up. Okay. A lot of the advice you get on the internet, they will tell you to set this up here. However, I do not recommend that. I recommend if you will be using the tag manager, use the tag manager for everything. All right. So now let's come here and create a new tag for the for the Google Analytics. Okay. So it's a new tag. Call it Google Analytics 4. It's now called Google tag. It used to be called Google Analytics 4 before, so don't get it confused with this one. This is the old one. It's now just simply referred to as a Google tag. If you type here, these are not the one. This is not the one. Don't confuse this one. This is the Google Analytics 4 tag that we're going for now. Tag ID. certain that's the one. Property ID. Let's just make sure though. Data collection, data streams. Okay, so the one. Measurement ID. Okay, let's go ahead and insert it. Then all pages. Save it. Okay, once it's saved, let us see if whether the tag is firing. Okay, let's see if the tag is installed properly. So let's preview. So enter the website. Okay, tag is connected. Just interact with the website a little bit here. We said all pages firing, so let's go to contact us. Okay, there's our tag. It fired. It fired on the about us. It fired everywhere. So our tag was successfully loaded. Since the tag is successfully loaded, now we can ideally what you'd like to do, um, have a checklist like this. I'll supply this checklist on the description so that you may also go through it when you're setting up your tag. So we went to the website, we logged in with the client, and we connected the Google Sitekit map. We created a Google Tag Manager on the side. A Google Analytics on the side. We gave ourselves admin access. We tested it. Initialization all pages. What I used to do before was that I would create all my tags. So we have the Google Ads tag. I'll create the remarketing tag, the conversion linker tag. However, I realized that when I create the Google Ads tag or the Google account before the client is ready to do Google Ads, sometimes we miss out on the promos that Google has for new accounts. So I've went against this part of creating all the tags immediately. So you leave out the Google Ads tags, and obviously you won't be doing the Google remarketing as well. And then you come and create your Google linker, LinkedIn tag, and you create a new tag, Google LinkedIn. You connect it as I connected that one. In this case, the client does not have a LinkedIn account, so we won't be able to connect that. And you also want to create your Meta Business Suite tag, which is your data sources, your pixel, basically your Meta pixel. You want to connect that and connect it to your Google Tag Manager. That is why I recommend you use a Google Tag Manager to connect your tags. At this point, the client that hasn't given us access to their socials because they just want us to handle the SEO for now. So we submit this because we've tested it, it works. So now we submit. Okay, all right, that's submitted. So, all right, and that's how you go about connecting your Google Search Console to your website and using the Google Tag Manager to connect to your Google Analytics tag without using any code in the most simplest way possible. All right, I hope this video helped you. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment. I will be leaving this checklist for you so you can also be able to optimize your Google Tag Manager and up your game. Thank you very much.